Have you ever thought about just giving up on dating? Have you ever thought about maybe I should just settle for some woman because someone is better than no one? I'm sick and tired of coming home after a long day from work just to find the house or the apartment completely empty. I'm sick and tired of closing my MacBook after a long day of remote work, to look around in the apartment just to find it completely empty. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about why you must never settle for just somebody. Why being in a relationship with the wrong person is almost worse than just being by yourself. Now, obviously, we know that you don't want to be just by yourself because loneliness is evidently a subpar experience. Just being by yourself isn't as amazing as traveling to some monastery in Spain with your girlfriend or life partner. Obviously, it's better to have somebody, but today I'm going to inform you about the dangers that come as a result of being with the wrong person. I have two stories today to illustrate that point. One is going to be my own suffering that I experienced as a result of being with the wrong person, and the other one is that of a very dear friend of mine. So that dear friend of mine right now, let's call him John. Recently got into a relationship with a person after only meeting her 3 times in real life and moving her into his apartment and offering her financial dependence on him. John is now in a situation that will cause a lot of misery, a lot of suffering a couple years down the line. He simply settled for being with somebody because he was tired of dating. He did what's easy as opposed to what's right. He had limiting beliefs. I don't actually believe that I can get a woman who's amazing because this person, a good person at heart, not a bad person, physically not that attractive at all. Second, not a great personality, not particularly kind, not particularly amazing in any way, not very intelligent. He's a lot more intelligent, so having educated, deep, meaningful conversations is also going to be difficult. So he's in a situation now that's going to make it very difficult for him. I told him, this is a huge mistake. It's a fucking mistake. You will come crawling back to me and say, no, man, I don't know what's going on. And I will be there for you, bro. I will be there with open arms, and you can come and cry on my chest. That's what I said to him, and that's what's going to happen. Now you might say, David, you can't predict the future. No, you're right, I can't predict the future, but I've worked now at this stage with clients from 26 different countries from all around the world. So I see patterns. I could be so stupid and still recognize patterns that emerge when men venture out into the area of dating and relationships. So why did John do what he did? Well, because sometimes people do what's easy as opposed to what's right. The other reason is limiting beliefs, as I alluded to a minute ago. He doesn't actually believe that he can get a really high quality woman. And third of all, there were unmet needs. Remember, we as human beings, we're going to sacrifice our values to meet our needs. That's what Tony says. He may have the value to grow and to aim for what's best because he has a very, very good career. He's in a very high position in the company that he's working for. But just because his value may be self-actualization and going for the best, if his psychological need for love and connection is not being met, if his thermometer is empty because he doesn't have that many high-quality friends in his immediate environment, maybe around the world, a nice network of high-quality men all around the world, but not where he is, or his family isn't there, then he's going to feel lonely. And remember what Johann Hari said in his book, Lost Connection, The Real Cause for Anxiety and Depression. The number one reason for addictions, depression, and anxiety is a lack of high-quality social contact. That's why I always teach all of my clients to not just get an amazing girlfriend and life partner, but to also have amazing relationships to high-quality men. So you have to, again, remember, this is not about shit-talking my friend John. That's not what this is about at all. But since this really, really triggers me because I feel genuinely bad for him, I want to use his actions as a warning sign for you. I don't want you to make the same mistakes. He literally told me, oh, David, it's the best sex I've ever had. Nonsense, that's impossible. That's not possible. Either you've never had sex in your life, or you're absolutely lying to yourself, and that's what we as human beings do. We may be excelling in one area of our life, our business, our career perhaps, maybe fitness, maybe your hobby, but we lie to ourselves in other areas and we justify a lack of piss-poor results. So, the request that I have for you is to please not do that. But you're going to do it. You're not the kind of guy who's going to end up being lonely. That's not who you are. The danger for you is not to be lonely forever. The danger for you, so to speak, is to end up in a relationship with the wrong person. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, from being married to a woman who absolutely wasn't right for me, I can tell you for a fact that that's going to drive you down to the deepest depths of hell. Why do you think so many men consume so many drugs? And alcohol is one of them. Cocaine, weed, they medicate themselves, they numb out. They're trying to numb themselves because they're not fulfilled. Tony Robbins says, if you're not happy in your deep, intimate relationship, you're simply not happy. It doesn't matter how good business is going. It doesn't matter how well you're doing in your career. If you don't have that special person to share your life with, if you don't have somebody who you're actually aligned with, somebody who's on your side, somebody who's high self-esteem, somebody who's positive, somebody who's physically attractive, somebody who's intelligent, if you don't have that person who's amazing, there will be this overwhelming sense of regret at some point in the future, because you can go around and bullshit people and tell people, oh, I'm good at dating and relationships, doesn't matter. But you can never bullshit yourself. There's always going to be a part in you that knows that you're making a mistake. And that was the same for me. When I married my ex-wife, a part of me knew that I shouldn't be doing this. There was a whole lot of stress and negative emotions inside of me because I knew I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Your body is going to send you somatic responses. Your body will send you very uncomfortable symptoms. It'll make you suffer if you're entering a relationship with somebody that you're not supposed to be with, somebody who's absolutely not right for you. And this is not about me telling you who's right for you, but this is about you not bullshitting yourself. Because when I was with my ex-wife, I suffered so much. It was really hard. That's why I ended it. Well, I also ended it because I met my mentor who introduced me to this whole dating space, who introduced me to the possibility of meeting high quality options, of not just randomly stumbling upon your life partner, because this is what most of our parents did, right? Most of our parents, they accidentally stumbled upon the other person. Maybe a family gathering, maybe a social circle event, maybe they went to the same gym together. Whatever, maybe they're just from the same village. And oh yeah, I guess we should have kids together. No, that's not what you want to do. While using your social circle as a potential source for picking the right girlfriend and life partner or wife, this shouldn't be the only one because it's very, very limited. Because for you to have an amazing girlfriend or life partner, you really have to have a variety of options available to yourself. And if you want to have a variety of options available to yourself, obviously you're going to use online and offline methods to acquire those options. But the point that I want to get across to you here is understand your own limiting beliefs. What do you believe is not possible for you? Oh, is it looks? Is it money? Is it whatever? You can get a girlfriend or life partner who's right for you. It's absolutely possible. Communication is just a skill set. It's just confidence, communication, clarity, and a little bit of psychology. You can learn that. It's absolutely possible. Become aware of what your values are. Who are you as a man? Where are you going? What do you want? What are deal breakers? What are nice to haves? What are must haves? Do not settle for the wrong person because you're almost better, not really, but you're almost better off alone for the rest of your life than being with somebody who's wrong for you. I saw something the other day. We're here in Barcelona and I was walking along Barceloneta, I believe it's called, along the beach somewhere, and I see a lady and a man. And this guy was a scrawny looking motherfucker, thin dude, probably 45, 50 years of age, and a lady, a little bit shorter, but you could immediately see who was wearing the pants. This dude was walking like he was punished. He looked like he gets beaten up at home. And that's probably not too far-fetched from me witnessing that interaction. I actually listened into the conversation. I walked a little bit, not like a full-on creep, just for like 5 seconds, because I didn't believe that I actually heard what I just heard. They were walking along, and he was kind of like, his shoulders were pulled up in a very defensive, protective position. He was walking straight, and this girl goes, how come you never do things right? Why don't you get your shit together? Bah, 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 bah. Really that aggressive. Like, I know I can be hyped, but in normal communication, I'm a lot calmer. But she was actually like, why can you never get your shit together? Bum, 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 bum. And he looked scared. He looked scared, dude. And his shoulders were up. And he didn't say anything, because probably he was so traumatized. And she literally just said, well, just don't respond to me. And she just walked ahead. And this guy just head down, kept walking. This dude might kill himself over that. There's men, and even if he's not gonna go that far, his life is gonna be a living hell as long as he's gonna be with that particular person. I don't wanna insult her right now because she's probably experienced a lot of suffering in her own life, maybe in her family life or her upbringing, that led her to be in the way she is. There is a lot of suffering that you're going to experience if you end up with the wrong person. Do not settle. If you want to do it with me, apply for a free initial consultation call. My coaching program is excellent, the best in the world. I've taught clients from 26 different men from 26 different countries around the world, business owners, people who have very busy careers, some people who are students and who are just like really motivated and driven. It's an amazing program. We're gonna get you there, for sure. If you're somebody who takes action, if you don't have an ego, if you have an open mind, if you're willing to put in the work, we're gonna get you there. It's a very, very, very simple strategy of learning communication, of understanding the psychology of men to women interactions. And if you wanna do it by yourself, it might take you 7, 8, or 9 years. You can, but it might take you a very long time. But whatever, do not settle for the wrong person, otherwise you're gonna suffer. But if you find the right girlfriend and life partner, you can wake up with a big smile on your face, you can have beautiful intimacy, you can have amazing adventures together, you can have somebody to just share life with, have a family with, and life can be really beautiful. So I genuinely want all the best for you. Take care.